Hello, good evening from here. We are live. If you're here, please send a chat so we can acknowledge you. Hello, we are live. If you're here with us, please send a chat so we can acknowledge you. If you're live with us, please send a chat so we can acknowledge you. Great. Ada, you can't see anything, but I'm here. Good evening from here. Can you see me, please? Good evening. Ada, can you see me? Please say it if you can see me now. Good. All right. Good evening to us all. My name is Ado Eriri, and we are here. We are here for the Employability Readiness course training by Business Sense Limited. Business Sense Limited is the name of our company, and this is a project that is dear to us because we know that it is a problem that cuts across several nations of the world. Employability is a problem that we have cutting across nations from Europe to America to Asia down to our motherland, Africa. I can tell you the truth that a lot of persons are not just having jobs, but they are totally unemployable. What do I mean? I mean that even if you give them jobs, they will end up losing the job because of one or two things that they will do. So unemployability or unemployment is a national problem today in Nigeria, not because the government is unable to give us work or there are no jobs totally, like most people would say, but because a large number of persons as young people are not employable. They lack the basic skills that will make them have jobs, that will keep them at their jobs if they get to have one. Even in this project that we are doing, I have had a lot of issues with people. This evening, let me start with this story. This evening, I got a message from somebody, and he said, he's somebody that does not know me. You don't know me. I just, my number is there for you to reach me, and we have a WhatsApp group that we all belong to for the Employability Readiness course. And you are telling me that, sir, please, not even please, say, Your Excellency, please give me a keke that I will balance you, that I will do balance and take. I promise not to fail you. I now looked at it and I laughed. I was now like, what really makes this person feel that this line of business, I will be interested in it? Or what makes him feel like this is the skill that we will be interested in, or the line of work that we'll be interested in? You know, I said this is one of the things that makes people not to have jobs. Another one this morning came and said, I need money. I was not like, I need money. You need money for what? You need a job, or what skill can you render, or what can you do to get money? You're not saying anything. So most persons will end up not having jobs, not because there are no jobs, but because they lack the skills necessary to have these jobs or even keep one. This week, in Business Sense Limited, we have employed somebody, and we hope to employ at least 3 persons at the end of this first cohort of the training of Business Sense Employability Readiness course across Nigeria, because we are trying to set up certain things for people to come in and work with us. But believe you me, most people just come on the WhatsApp group and reach out to you privately and tell you, I don't have job. Of course you don't have job. That's why you are interested in employment. But then the real question is, what can you do? So let's go on to what we are here to do today in the Employability Readiness course. Today, I want to take us on a journey in the Employability Readiness course. The Employability Readiness course is actually a 30 days training. But today, I want to take us on just one of the courses, one of the modules that is in the Employability Readiness course, that if you go through the 30 days, it's a 30 days program, online program that we have set up to build people. What do we do in this program? We help you build the right skills that make you employable, effective, and valuable in the workplace. If you are employable, you need to be effective. So many people are employable. That means they go to an interview with their CV and they pass the interview. Of course, but this does not make you prosper or does not give you promotion in the workplace. Number 2 is you need to be effective. If you are not effective at the work that you do, then your employability will be wasted. Most times, this is what gets people sacked. Number 3 is after you are employable, effective, you would need to be valuable to be kept and to begin to climb the ladder of the hierarchy of your workplace. So these are the 3 things we do in business sense when it comes to the employability readiness program. We make you build the right skills that gives you the ability to be employable, effective in the workplace, and valuable. Today we want to look at what we have titled, Who Are You? Who are you? Are you a job seeker? Are you a job seeker? Are you a worker? Or Sunday Fashola is saying, we can hear you again. Or you cannot hear me again. Which of them? Hello, Mr. Sunday. Please, can somebody else tell me if they can hear me or they cannot hear me? Okay, Ada. Okay, Ada is saying that we can hear you, sir. All right. So, who are you in particular? Are you a job seeker? As a job seeker, you're an applicant. You don't have a job. You're looking for one. You hope to have one. Or are you a worker? Number 2. You have a job, but you struggle at your work. You have certain things that you don't understand at your work. You have certain things that you still struggle with in the workplace. You have a lot that you still try to cope with or understand or try to need help, that you need help for in the workplace. Who are you? That's the topic that we have today. Who are you? Number 1, are you a job seeker? Are you a worker? Or number 3, are you a professional? You see, these 3 things, these 3 categories, everybody belongs to one of them in the place of work, whether you're a business person or you work corporate in a corporate organization. You belong to one of these 3 categories: a job seeker, a worker, or a professional. Now let's go further. Today, why we have this is for us to, number 1, understand that your certificates alone does not guarantee your employment or employability. Your certificates alone does not guarantee you that you will prosper in a certain job if you get employed. Certificates alone does not guarantee you promotion when you are employed eventually. Number 2, we want to get people to shift from seeking jobs to become professionals who give value in the workplace. From seeking jobs or just going to work as workers to professionals who give value in the workplace and people who are held in high esteem in their workplace. The number 3 objective of today's project is that you will see your career as a long-term value creation. That you will see yourself as something that it is long-term, very long-term. You're seeing yourself that in the next 20 years, I can grow up to become a deputy manager in this company. In the next 20 years, in the next 5 years, I can climb up to become a supervisor in this organization. I know somebody who started a workplace as a very junior staff. In fact, he was in the judiciary as a clerk. as a clerk in the year 2008 or 2008, 2009. But today he has grown to something about, I think about one step to a registrar or thereabout. Because from that position, he went to school and began to upgrade himself and gave value. He's now a professional, a lawyer. So these are the reasons, these are our objectives for today's section. But we want to ask you a question. Why do many graduates remain unemployed despite their qualifications, despite school qualifications? Why do many graduates remain unemployed? The reason is simple. Qualifications alone does not guarantee employability. What guarantees employability is the value you bring to the workplace. The value you bring to the workplace is what attracts the market to you. So certification without value does not attract anybody in the market. Imagine Nigeria has, or the Nigerian school system, turn out about 600,000 graduates every year. Every year, about 600,000 graduates come out from our schools, from our 174 universities and polytechnics. So, how many people will the market attract out of these 600,000 that come out of our schools? So you see, there is already a survival of the fittest in it. A great survival of the fittest. Here, we will now know that what gives you the place in the market is the value you bring. So it is you, what you become, that really, really matters, and not what you just have as a certificate. A certificate is a piece of paper from a school that is acknowledging that, yes, you went through it. But now when you come to the workplace, you have to come with a skill. You have to come with a skill which you can use to add value to the workplace. A skill that gives the market value is what differentiates you from every other person. So your mindset is what is going to shape every other thing around you. If you are not prepared for the workplace, you will not be able to do anything meaningful in the market. There is a theory that backs this up. I don't know if any of us knows about Carol Dweck. Carol Dweck's mindset theory talks about the fixed mindset and the growth mindset. We're not going to dwell so much about it because I know that most of us already know that we're suffering from a fixed mindset which avoids challenges, which fears failure, which depends on other people for validation and all that. That's it. Most of us leave school and we have never read a book. We have never attended a course. We have never grown. We have not grown out of where we were since we left school. Let me give us a story. The very first job I had was as a barber. despite whatever I had as a skill, as qualification. Because when job was not coming, I needed to survive. So what happens? I went back, fell downward, and began to do barbing. But right there in the shop one day, that was about 2007. So there was still, so many of us were still watching the television stations from states, not now that DSTV is everywhere. Now, I was watching it one day when I saw an advertisement for a public speaking seminar. Mind you, I had already, by that time, I was a barber, but I was reading voraciously. I was really reading voraciously. I had read books like Awaken the Giant Within from Tony Robbins. I've read some books from Brian Tracy and those foreign motivational speakers that we had back then. But there was one person that I knew in Nigeria that I wanted to be like when it came to speaking, and that was Ubong Essien. And Ubong Essien was the one that I just saw advertised in the television that was coming to the town where I was to hold a public speaking seminar. Mind you, it was not free. The charge was about 5,000. I went there. It taught me one thing, that no matter where you are in life, no matter how low you get in life, there will always be somebody who believes in you if you have the right attitude. Guess what happened? I had a friend who believed in me, even while I was still a barber. Mind you, this my friend was a banker. And this friend of mine sent me 20,000 naira when I explained. That was how I attended this course. It was a 2-day public speaking masterclass. I attended it. Right in the course, I was seated next to an old man. An old man. I didn't know him. He didn't know me. We were there. I did not know who he was. I was just nice. About 3 or 4 times, this man stood up to go to the toilet. I would politely get up because I was seated closer to the aisle, and he would come back. Guess what? On the second day of the training, the facilitator, Mr. Ubong Essien, gave us a test, a live test that everybody in that hall was going to take 2 or 3 minutes to make a speech after going through the 2 days program. I went and made a speech. Ubong Essien analyzed it and gave me a thumbs up. He praised me for it. By the time I went back to sit on my chair, this elderly man gave me his card. He said, "Thank you for that speech. I love it very, very much." I still have the speech in my head. And he gave me his card. He said, "Can you see me in my office tomorrow?" I said, "Okay, sir." And that was how I went. I didn't know him. It was his card that made me know that I was seated close to a permanent secretary of the government of that day. I didn't know I was seated close or beside a permanent secretary. And this man, when I went to see him the next day, gave me a job. He had a training school. he had a training school, and he said, I want you to become our manager. Our previous manager just left. And with the way I saw you deliver that speech for 3 minutes, I think you have something that we can work with and develop. That was the first job I had. It came from a training hall. It did not come by qualification. I did not get to apply for it. I did not get to get an interview for it. I did not attend an interview. The interview I gave was on that podium. Now, this was about my mind. Somebody is saying from Baba to manager. Yes. This was all in my mind. Right in that place as a Baba, I saw another, from there, I saw another opportunity from that office to begin to do motivation on television. It has always been my passion to speak. I saw another opportunity from there. So it is all in your mind. Most of us suffer from this fixed mindset. So we don't embrace learning. We don't build skills. We don't take ownership of anything. What if I was in that barber shop and I was telling myself, how can I raise 5,000 to go for this this seminar? How can I raise this? How can I do this? How can I do that? And I let it slip away. But I didn't, because my mindset was about growth. My mindset was about taking ownership of my life, of building skills. Mind you, nobody was teaching me how to speak. I was speaking in front of the mirror most times. So most of the things that we do holds us back when we don't embrace growth as a mindset. The philosophy of this class, the EROC that we are talking about, is that we want to move you from just seeking jobs passively, like most people are doing in the WhatsApp group right now. They come to me privately. I need job. I need money. I need this. I need that. We want to push you from there to become an active value creator. Somebody that other people will see and say, this person is providing value, or this person can provide value for us. That's what we want. That is our role as the Employability Readiness course. To shift you to become a value provider, a value addition person. They will know that you add value to their work, to their business, or to their lives. That's why most people lack money. I did a YouTube video recently where I spoke about what's the topic again? Oh God, it's on top of my head. I'm just trying to get it now. I spoke about how you can be skills security. Good. I spoke about skills security. It's on the YouTube channel here. Because skills security is one of the very, very, very important parts of anybody's work life. If you cannot secure your skill right now in anybody's life or anybody's organization or even the government, with the rise of AI and all that, you will be let go. So nobody is actually assured of their job security right now. You should be working about how you can be secured in your skills. How your skills can be secured so that when they are looking at their books and they are saying, oh, who should we sack? Who should we sack or who should we let go? Your skills will make you secured. But most persons don't. Why does this matter to us? It should matter to you because graduates and people who have finished school are very many. They are very, very, very many. Graduates are many. If they want to itemize graduates or list graduates from number 1 to number 600,000 every year, which number do you think you would be in the year that you graduated? Which number from number 1 to number 600,000? Which number do you think you will be? And if they now say, okay, we will start employing from number 1 down to number 600,000. Graduates are many, but professionals are very, very, very few. Professionals are the people who secure their skills, who secure their skills by what they know how to do. Why? Because the market does not reward your effort, your suffering, your schooling alone. It rewards what you give to them, what you are able to bring to the workplace. The market is willing and able to absorb you only when you are able to give to it some form of value. In the video I made, I told us how I said something. I said last year alone, about 80% of my income came from one particular skill, negotiation. I was able to use it to close business deals when it comes to real estate deals. And it earned me a lot of money that I got it again and again and again throughout the year 2025. And this year it has begun again. So for that particular skill, I have been able to develop it to a place where I can talk to people over the phone. I mean over the phone. I'm not talking to you face to face. They refer people to me and I talk to them and I sell land products to them and they buy without seeing me. It is a skill. It is a skill. But so many people right now, you see so many graduates, they will tell you, oh, I have put the effort. I am suffering. Who else has not suffered? Do you think most people don't suffer or has not suffered? No. I was talking to an elderly man once, and he said, you know the problem with young people think that they have suffered more than we. He said, Ado, I suffered. I even suffered, even as a medical doctor. He said, I suffered. He said, these days you see people come, oh, please, I don't have food, help me. Yes, of course, so many people need help. But the problem is that they need skills and a very good growth mindset. They need a better growth mindset than just coming to tell you that I am suffering. I am suffering does not put food on anybody's table. Most people will not help you just because you are suffering. They will not help you because you went to school alone. They will not help you because you found your way into the interview room. They are willing to help you if you bring value to them. Somebody, okay, imagine the person who came to tell me today that he needs keke. I will never do that. Number one, I am not interested in the transport business. But if he's talking to somebody like, who is this Obi Kubana's friend again, Enviable, that imports keke, Enviable can, okay, go and sign up as one of our keke drivers. Or if he goes to Brekete family that has a lot of drivers in Abuja, they can hire him. It is where you bring value to that people will actually value you and give you the kind of attention and money that you want. If you come to me like so many, some people come, I think I have in the WhatsApp group, I have exited or removed about 4 persons. You just come to me and privately and I want to talk to you. I need money. You need money for what? What value are you bringing to me? Or because the company advertises that we can help you become employable. So I now print money or now make money. You bring value. Even if I am to provide a job for you, you will bring value to me. So what does the market reward? The market rewards usefulness. The market rewards reliability. It rewards competence. It rewards skills. But we don't know this, or we feign ignorance of these things because we don't want to change our identity. A man came last week or 2 weeks ago, a man came and said that I was reading the text message to my wife. Say, oh, sir, thank you very much for the work that you do. We see it and it is a blessing to us. Please, on Gadeo, see my account number. And he put his account number there. Another woman came and sent a message. Please, sir, help me. We just gave birth to triplets. My husband doesn't have job. Please help us. Please, any way that you can. Please, this is the account number. Help. Yes, you may need help. But is it not better if you approach with a mindset of exchanging value that will bring about a long-term employment, long-term exchange? Most people come and just share their problems. Have you ever sat down to ask the person, what do you have that I can do? There's a difference between asking anyone, what do you have that I can do? Or what do you need somebody to help you with? Than for you to just come and say, I need work, I need money. When you ask anybody, what do you have that I can do? The person automatically thinks about what is going to bring him some value. So you must begin like this. The first thing you do is to change your identity, change how you see yourself, change how you are, so that you don't remain stuck in the place where help and work and your skills remain stuck because you are nothing and you are doing nothing. Most of us are held back because of our identity, because of the way we see ourselves. You see yourself like, oh, I need help. You see yourself like, oh, somebody is not helping me. Oh, I don't have helper. I don't have job. I don't have anybody that wants to do this. I don't have anybody that wants to do that for me. Let's go somewhere before we come back to this place. I told us in the first place that we have 3 levels of people in the market or in jobs. We have job seekers, we have workers, we have professionals. And the job seekers, I told us already that they beg for opportunities. They are the ones who come. Oh, okay, I need work. Even some of them don't know how to even express themselves. Okay, I need money. Madam, I need this. Madam, I need that. They are at the level where all they know and all they talk about are their needs. They don't think about the value that they bring to you. All they care about, all they want is at the level of their needs. Those are job seekers. So you hear them say, I need this, I need that, my family needs this, my family needs that. Of course, these are true. You're not lying. You're not lying. But the market does not serve your needs. The market is waiting for you to bring value to them. Number 2 level of people are workers. These are people who they are paid for their time. They trade time for money. So you see people wake up in the morning, go out, and they come back, or even when they don't like what they are doing, they go there, they come back, they come and complain, they give you all the sorts. They do all that. All they do because they are exchanging time. Sorry for the break. Number 3 people are those who are professionals, who are paid for the value that they bring. Number 2, workers. Let me elaborate a little. You could go to the job you don't like. You don't like your job, your boss, your environment, anything that you do, you're not just interested, but you know that, oh, this is what you have to do. But as a professional, you get paid for value, for the value that you bring to the place. I gave us an example while I was making that video of skills security. I said, if you work in the bank and somebody walks through the bank door into the bank hall or premises. Now, when he sits in front of you or stands in front of you as a cashier, what you do will determine if the person will keep that bank as his own or will go to another bank. Why? Because there are things that are called skill enhancers. These skill enhancers are what helps you keep the person that is a customer. The skill enhancers that you use to interact with the person is what helps your business retain the person as a continuous or loyal customer or a first and last customer. And these skill enhancers are what makes you a professional at your work. I also gave an example that as human beings or as house owners, we need certain people to work with. Number 1, you can need a plumber. A plumber, if you call a plumber to come, and for you to trust somebody who is an artisan, like a plumber, a mechanic, a carpenter, these people must not just have the requisite skill of their art, but they must also have skill enhancers that gives you the good impression about them. I used to have a mechanic that will kill you unless you follow him to buy spare parts. He will cut you. So the best thing for you is to follow him always to buy spare parts. He was very good as a mechanic, but he was never truthful. Never ever truthful. So there are certain people that will never go through or go past a certain limitation because they lack skill enhancers. Skill enhancers like integrity, truth, skill enhancers like being prompt. Somebody will give you an appointment. Somebody called me about 2 days ago. He followed me. He wanted a meeting with me. And at the end of the day, I gave him an appointment for the next morning by 10 a.m. I said, between 9:30 and 10, please call me. Do you know when he called me? He called me by after 5 in the evening. And he needs me to do something for him. So is that a show of seriousness? And this same person is complaining that he does not have good business. His business is dying. Is this and that. I was just laughing when he was talking. At the end of the day, by the time we spoke, at the time we finished talking, he was like, Oga, you are telling me so many things that are wrong with me. So many things that are wrong. I said, of course. They are wrong because you have failed to see them. You chased me for 2 days to get this appointment, and you could not keep to an appointment. This person he has the skills. So if you have the skill or certification, it doesn't really guarantee that you will be patronized because you lack skill enhancers. Skill enhancers are what makes you really endeared to people who come to you, who come to patronize you, who become loyal to your brand, or who employ you as a staff in their workplace. There was a time that we wanted to employ some people, and we were doing some interviews, and everybody the particular vacancy that we wanted to fill has to do with analysis. So the person must have a very good sense of Excel. And so many young people came. I was one of the people in charge of the interview, and with the knowledge that I had of Excel, I was asking only one question. Only one. I would ask you only one question. My question was simple and straight to the point. I will ask you, do you know how to use Microsoft Word? You will say yes, of course, because written in your CV, you already put it that you know how to use Microsoft Word. I will ask you the second question. Do you know how to use Microsoft Excel? I'll say yes. Then I will go to the third thing. I will give you my computer. Already opened is an Excel sheet. I will turn it up. I will turn it to face you, push it towards you, and tell you in 10 seconds, number 1 to 100 in that Excel sheet. In 10 seconds, in the Excel sheet, give me number 1 to number 100. Simple as A, B, C. Everybody who came for that interview could not do it. Accountants, and what you can see, graduates. And these are people who the first thing that they will write their what do they call it again, CV, is ability to use MS Word, ability to use MS Office rather. But this is a simple skill that if you are very, very adept with Excel, you can do it. This is basics. This is Excel basics. We're not talking about VLOOP or whatever Excel can do. These are Excel basics, but we don't know it. So we don't bring value. Why are we here in employability readiness course? It is because we want to move from job seeker, if you are not yet having a job, or if you have a job, we want to move you from a worker that is being paid for your time to a professional where you add value to your office or to your business. Or if you're working for somebody, where you add value to the organization or to the person's business. But many persons don't want to go on this journey. You know why? It is easy to stay in your identity, in the identity that you have already, because you do not want to make the effort to grow out of it, to grow to become something else that can earn you better value in the workplace. You see yourself as a timid, small person who can't leave that hold, or who seeks help and does not know that sometimes, or most times, help comes from internal effort first. The help you seek outside comes from your internal effort to it first. I told somebody, this guy that we just spoke about, I told him one thing and he shouted the other day. I told him that, see, the shackles that hold you are in your mind most times. And wherever your mindset is, that's where your body will go. Wherever your mind is, your body will naturally go there. If your mind is saying, oh, I need this work, but I need help, I need this, that's how your body will respond. You will think that you can never have it with any answer that you give in the interview, except somebody will help you. Somebody must do something for you to have it. So how you see yourself plays a very key role in the kind of value that you will bring to the work that you do. So stop seeing yourself as who can help me, who will employ me, who will give me this, who will give me that. That's a mindset of many people. They want to be giving, they want to be giving, they want to be giving, but they fail to see this. They fail to see how useful they can become, how valuable they can become, how dependable they can become. Let's do a very quick assignment. Let's do a very quick assignment. Ask yourself this question. As you are there right now, are you focused on getting a job, any job, because that's what some people will tell you. I want to do anything. Are you focused on getting a job, or you are focused on delivering value to somebody in exchange of payment? Are you focused on getting a job, just any job? Somebody will come and say, oh, I want to do anything. or you are focused on delivering value. That means this is what I can do. Even if it is to wash your clothes, I can wash your clothes very clean. That's value. Or you just want the person to say, I have one thing for you to do. Come and do this. And you just run, even when you don't know how to do it. Because that's one of the things that many people hold themselves down with. You don't know how to do the thing, but you want anything. So it is not valuable. You don't bring any value to it. At the end of the day, you get sacked. We have to rewrite our identity from such things so that you don't meet with failure after failure. That's why so many people fail. You are at home, and because you are at home with your certificate or whatever you have, a skill or certification or degree and all, then you say, oh, I want a job, I want a job, I want a job, I want a job. You don't have the training to sell gas. You go to sell gas and you become a problem to the gas station because you are not even ready to learn. You have failed in knowing that you must become something first before you can actually give value in that thing. So we fail in the becoming part. We don't learn. But this class today, this section today, is about rewriting your identity, redefining who you become first, because who you become is what helps you give the value that you ought to give. So begin to ask yourself this: what will I build if no one hires me? If nobody decides to hire you today, what can you do in exchange for value that will bring money? This is where you will know how some people think. This is where you will know how bad some people's mindset is. This is where you will know how demented you are, that you have not grown at all since you finished school or since you have been staying in the house. You have no skill, you have no level of training, you have done nothing for 2, 3, 4, 5 years, excuse me, except saying, I need a job, I need a job, I need a job. This is where you will know. Ask yourself this question: what am I building if no one hires me? Because it is what you are building when no one is hiring you that you will be able to give as value when people begin to want to hire you. Let me give us certain examples. See, some people in their workplace, they are hired as with the certificate of biochemistry, BSc biochemistry. But you know what? They are the people who hold everything together with organization skills. They are the people, they are the person, the very particular person in that organization that holds it together with organization skills. When it comes to administration, they are the ones who run things better. Why? It is not because they studied organizational skills at the university. Most of the things that you bring to work, that you give value in the office, you don't learn it in school. Most of the daily skills that you use Can you hear me now? Please, before we continue, can you hear me? Please answer me. Okay. Now, how many of you, because most of the things that you will use to give real value are the things that you see. How many of you were taught patience in school? I have seen people leave very, very good jobs because of lack of patience. Jobs that hold very good future prospects, growth, financial incentives. People leave it because they are supposed to go through tedious trainings and they are not patient enough. They don't have resilience. I gave a story in one of our WhatsApp groups, in our WhatsApp channel, about how a young man, Daniel, made a wrong decision because of his bad attitude. I told the story of Daniel, that Daniel, when he was a young boy, was very intelligent, and everybody was calling him a future, a young man with a bright future. And it entered into his head. You know, some of us who went to primary school and we always came out first, and things like that. Daniel was like that. And at the end of the day, when Daniel got to the university, Daniel, it was good, but he never learned anything apart from his school work. Apart from his immediate school work, he never learned anything. He didn't learn patience, he didn't learn grit, there was no resilience, he didn't learn how he could communicate with people, he kept himself to himself, and all that things. He didn't learn business, there was nothing. He finished school, and the first interview he went into, they asked him, what can you do apart from your certification? Apart from this, your BSc in this, what can you actually do for us as a person? He couldn't answer. So he didn't get the job. He went home and was bitter. Oh, Nigeria is bad. Nigeria is this. Oh, the country has turned against him, and this and that. Then one day, after 4 years or so, he met a classmate. This classmate has gone to become a businessman and was now controlling some form of little money with his own car. And when they were discussing, he told Daniel, said, Daniel, I have failed in 2 businesses already, but I am starting a 3rd one now. I have learned to hold money. I have learned to approach people in marketing. I have learned to deal with so many suppliers at the same time. I have learned to do so many things that I didn't learn in school. He said, what have you learned to do apart from what we were taught in the classroom? Because most of the things that we were taught in the classroom, how many of us are using DYDX right now? How does DYDX help me speak to you right now? In Employability Readiness course, we have 28 skills. In the 28 days of the class, you will be learning 1 skill every day, 1 essential work skill every day, from business writing to integrity to negotiation to to composure, to poise, to patience, things that apply to life and the workplace, to diplomacy, to influence, to public speaking, to the use of AI, to values. Last year, a company called me in Warri. Let me give you this story as we begin to round up. A company called me in Warri to do a staff training for them. And inside then, within the staff training, I did some recruitment. There was a young man, very, very intelligent young man, outspoken during the trainings. And he was just recruited then. I spoke to him. Do you know it didn't take these guys 6 months to steal twice from the company? This company is a distribution company. So they give you the opportunity to go out, you collect monies that you sell and all. This boy will use money that he went to collect from customers. He will come back and he doesn't hide it. He will come and tell you, oh, I used it and they can collect it from my salary. This is not something that you should do as somebody that is working for people. How much is your salary? 60,000 naira. But you use money that you are supposed to remit back to the office. By the second time that he did it, his boss called me and I said, arrest him. Do you know what? Very funny. The boy spent New Year in the police station. I guess he doesn't know that it was my advice. I told the boss, I said, arrest him on the 28th. Let him stay there. He stayed there till 6th of January or thereabout. I said, allow his people to come and beg you. Let them come and beg you very much for what he did. Twice, he would collect money that he was supposed to remit. The second one was worse. By the time he collected the money, when the manager asked him, he said the person used a transfer to pay. He didn't say that the person gave him cash. He said the person used a transfer to pay. And by 2 or 3 days' time after they had reconciled the books, the manager saw that the transfer didn't come in. And he was approached and he said, oh yes, he gave me, let them remove it from my salary. I said, that was in December already. I said, don't pay him the remaining salary. Arrest him for this. He got the company lawyer to write a petition against him. And he was picked on the 28th or 29th. He spent his New Year there. His family came to beg. I advised that he should be charged to court. But in the heat of things, they now said, you know how Nigeria is and all that. I said, yes, okay. Use the Nigerian method for him. Use your small money to oppress him. Let him suffer. Let him suffer so that the other people in the office will learn a lesson. At the end of the day, he paid all the monies that were missing in the office. His family came to pay. So there are certain things that you don't have as a person that you need in this world, in the marketplace. This boy is a very, very intelligent person. Very intelligent person. And guess what? While I was interviewing him, I remembered that he said he worked as a baker. I now asked him, why did you leave that place? Said he was tired of the place, blah, blah. I referred back to it. I said, the boy was not tired of the place. He did something bad. His attitude was wrong where he was before, and he brought the same attitude to a new place. So today, everything that we are doing here is for us to rewrite who we are. Everything we are doing here today is for us to rewrite who we are, what we want to accomplish professionally. What we want to accomplish professionally. Our own personal, each of us, your professional declaration, what you want to achieve as a professional. Not as a job seeker. Yes, you can be a job seeker right now. You can be a worker right now. But we want to rewrite who we are. So wherever you are, take up your pen and paper and rewrite who you want to become, who you are thriving to become. For me, I help people to develop the right skills that make them employable, effective, and valuable. Who are you? Who are you? I have told you who I am. Who are you? Rewrite who you are that will make you valuable to another person. Don't stay as a job seeker. Don't stay as a worker receiving money in exchange for your services. Become valuable enough for people to pay you for what you bring to them every time you appear in the office, every time they do business with you. Become that valuable. Become dependable. Become irreplaceable. So to end today, I want us to do a daily scoring, behavior check, a behavior check from today for ourselves. Every day from today, check how you operate when it comes to punctuality, how you score yourself when it comes to focus, how you are when it comes to seriousness, what you do when it comes to completion of anything you say you will do. Check the way you behave in these places, in these things. Are you punctual? Do you retain your focus and keep it to from start to finish in an assignment? Are you serious about anything you do? Do you complete tasks, or you begin them and you wait for motivation? And when motivation fades or wanes, you abandon them to something else. Check your behaviors. Check your behaviors. To end today, I want to close with this thought. Becoming employable has to do with value, not because you need a job. It has to do with the value that you bring to the person or to the organization. And it starts with you becoming who is a person of value. If you are not a person of value, you cannot become employable. So become a person of value. My name is Ado Eriri. Tomorrow we will still have this class by 7 p.m. tomorrow evening. 7 p.m. tomorrow evening. Please, we'll share the link again in the platform for tomorrow's class. So please share it on your WhatsApp platforms. And we have some very good incentives. Tomorrow we will know more about the Business Sense Limited and the Employability Readiness course. Today we just want to share with us what one of the classes that we take in the Employability Readiness course. This is one of the classes we take. The class titled "Who Are You? A Person of Value, or a job seeker, or a worker?" So tomorrow by 7 p.m. this class continues. Please help us share the links that we'll post in the WhatsApp group, in your social media handles, WhatsApp, status, Facebook. Help us invite people. We know that what we are doing is useful. We know that we will go places. So, and we are very, very, very grateful to have you on this journey with us. By tomorrow, we'll be telling you more about the incentives that we have for this training and all about the business sense training called the Employability Readiness course. Good night, and God bless you for joining in. We are very grateful you joined us. Thank you very much.